Before we get into the specifics of Epstein's link to Anthropic, we need to introduce you to this woman who until very recently was quite a mystery to 99.9% of us. Her name is Cami Clark, and she married Dario Amodei. So she doesn't officially work in Anthropic, but she is obviously often accompanying Dario to all these exclusive, highly secure events.
You'll see her in the front row when he's giving talks.
She's holding up cue cards, hand signals like a third base coach in the MLB. She's a little Ghislaine coded. She is, right? Kinda. Except for, she's not facilitating sex trafficking. She's more facilitating like deals and that.
We're just throwing a lot.
You like getting jerked off? You like jerking people off? You guys should meet.
He was definitely top of his class.
Yeah. And she's very outgoing and social to his bookish and nerdy.
She's like, hey, he's too weird to talk. I'm kind of his Lieutenant Dan. I'm going to do the talking. I say that whenever I meet someone charismatic and say, I mean this in the best way, but you have an Epstein thing about you.
Thank you. Okay. In that he's handsome or like a billionaire playboy?
No, it's the charisma thing.
Oh, cool. All right, good. Yeah. I was worried. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What is going on?
What the hell is going on?
If you're hearing our voices, seeing our faces, you came to the right place to find out what's going on. I am Ben.
I'm Emil.
And this week we're talking all about, that's right. I was going to call him Joseph Epstein.
Joseph Epstein's latest connection.
Epstein, the disgraced financier, the sex pervert.
Jeffrey Epstein. If you're nasty.
And his interesting connection to the popular LLM frontier model AI chatbot
Anthropic.
And the mysterious woman who's kind of, I wouldn't say pulling the strings.
I wouldn't say pulling the strings either, but
she's influential.
I like her.
I like her too. I like her a lot. She's a hustler. And I respect a hustler, especially a lady hustler. A woman, a female, whatever. I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't.
Not pulling strings, but almost handler-like. And we'll get into it.
She's very, what was Epstein's comrade's name? What was her name?
Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell. She's very.
That feels like.
She's a little Ghislaine coded. She is, right? Kinda. Except for, she's not facilitating sex trafficking. She's more facilitating like deals. And
for me, I'm like, I feel like every neurodivergent king needs a
Ghislaine.
No, like a woman. A woman.
Yeah. Where's mine? God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm a neurodivergent king. Prince.
I'm
a prince.
We need someone to keep you in the lines.
Yeah. I'm not a king yet. I'm a prince looking for a fiefdom.
Was that real?
I don't know. Anyway, hey, if you missed the Q&A, we're going to do that again in a week or two. benandemilshow.com. Also, the last week's Costco episode was one of my favorite episodes we've done in a while. And no, it was not an ad. Some people were like, this reads like an ad. Costco's an interesting company. That's all.
Brother, I wish we thought to get it sponsored.
Yeah. I mean, give me a free dang membership.
We're too stupid to even get an. Look, sometimes you just
too hard.
Sometimes you just go to a store and you have the best dang shopping experience of your life,
and you soak it in.
And you can watch all that on benandemilshow.com. There's some very interesting characters that show up.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to. What was his name? Like,
who knows, man?
Right?
Yeah.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. Talk to me.
Wherever we go with cameras, there's bound to be where it's like TBS, very funny, or TBS, characters welcome.
Characters truly are welcome.
Yeah.
They flock to us, and we don't know what to do about it.
Whoa. You use the word flock.
Whoa,
You're gonna get.
They deflock to us.
Yeah, they deflock. So anyway, let's get right into it, shall we? Let's dive in. Let's go full hog. Full hog. Yeah, full hog.
Yeah, full hog.
Yeah.
While we talk about this guy's wife.
So, yeah, before we get into the specifics of George Epstein's link to Anthropic, we need to... I did that on purpose. Jeffrey Epstein. What did I say the first time? Jason?
No, it was something. Jonathan Epstein? Joseph.
Before we get into the specifics of Epstein's link to Anthropic, we need to introduce you to this woman who until very recently was quite a mystery to 99.9% of us.
Still kind of a mystery. I mean, there's not a lot out there about her. She's kind of enigmatic.
Yeah. She's a beautiful woman. Her name is Cami Clark, and she married Dario Amodei? Who cares? In 2022, and she's got the ear of, obviously, she's married to the guy. She's got the ear of one of the most influential guys in AI. I
mean, it's between him and Sam Altman, and honestly, these days he might be the more.
It's funny, they just keep going back and forth between.
Yeah.
Oh, now Claude sucks. Oh, now Claude is awesome. It's impossible to keep up. So she doesn't officially work in Anthropic, but she is obviously often accompanying Dario to all these exclusive.
You'll see her
highly secure events.
You'll see her in the front row when he's giving talks.
She's holding up cue cards, hand signals like a third base coach in the MLB. She's also an advisor to him. And as we get into...
As all wives are.
As all wives are. And vice versa. Men can advise their wives.
Yeah, but...
Don't wear those jeans, toots.
Don't mansplain anything if you're going to advise.
You can femsplain things.
Femsplain?
Yeah. I wish a woman would femsplain to me some things.
What, like anything specific?
I don't know. I just got a lot to learn. And I'm open for feedback. Anyway,
women sound off in the comments.
Yeah, women go off. Just go off. Mouth off. Sorry. So up until recently, Cami Clark was quite a mysterious figure. She much of this, a ton of the internet was scrubbed of her. Like so many dishes in a kitchen sink, scrubbed. Dario Amodei's Wikipedia didn't even say until recently that it said that his marital status was unknown.
And oftentimes when you would try to Google pictures of her, it would just show his sister instead of his wife. We've all been there, right, fellas?
Yeah, dude. You try to Google a woman and it shows her freaking sister. I'm not trying to look at her sister.
You tell everyone you're married and they keep coming up with pictures of your sister?
Yeah, I'm not trying to look up Jamila Anderson. Christ's sake. Jamila Anderson boobs. Claude, Anthropic's chatbot, didn't even know. This is all according to the Wall Street Journal's article. Didn't even know until recently, and then I tested it, and now it's updated.
Apparently, they updated it.
Yeah. So who is she?
But Claude did cop to it. He was like, in an earlier iteration,
we didn't know.
I was being a little coy about Cami Clark.
Yeah. So this lady's awesome. She's blue collar, man. She started at 14 years old. She starts working at the Pipe Fitters Union in Reno, Nevada, alongside her mom and grandma. I mean, she's got coal dust lining her lungs, probably.
I mean, she's definitely very different than the average person rubbing elbows at Silicon Valley party or social event, you know what I mean?
Orgy, just say sex party. Yeah,
sex party, whatever they're doing. Polycule widening. She moved. She didn't go to. She didn't graduate college.
No, she moved to the Bay Area to study architecture, and then she dropped out. But she would later lie about it on her resume, and say that she's a. I mean, who cares? Yeah,
she's a bit of a liar.
I'm a big advocate for that.
Some strange. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Property records show she moved to San Francisco in 1999 and spent a decade there before spending time in New York and Los Angeles. In that period, she worked for a mortgage brokerage company called OLG Financial. While raising money for a later venture, she would describe herself as a co-founder of OLG Financial Corp. The company's 2005 incorporation documents don't include her name.
Yeah, so she's just like, I worked there, but I'm also a co-founder. What, are they going to search? Are they going to check if I was lying?
Every employee is a co-founder.
I like this. At 20 years old, she married a 64-year-old Reno architect named Valdemar Eklof III for 3 years. I mean, with a name like that, how can you not fall in love?
He was designing, some of the casinos. He if we have any Reno heads in the house, he did the Atlantis Casino Resort.
A classy place. Oh, I'm Mrs. Valdemar Eckhoff III.
And they divorced 3 years later.
Yeah. In 2010, I like this woman's name because at first, when you first read it, I'm like, how do you pronounce this? Michelle Capocefalo. Capocefalo. They started a company called Edis. That sounds like a classy enough thing. What is it? You ask.
Are you curious why they went with Edis?
Because it's her grandmother's name?
Insane.
Her sexy pipe fitter union grandma?
I was staring at Edis going, what the hell? Isn't that supposed to evoke something sexual? And it's a grandmother's name.
Yeah. Hey, I know. I'll name my revolutionary porn company that aims to emphasize sex positivity in a male-oriented porn industry Edis.
Yeah,
that's a good name.
Was Gladys taken?
Yeah.
was Dorothy already taken?
Oh
man, I'm horny
good.
as hell. Let me log into Dorothy.com.
Yeah, dude. The tagline was intellectually promiscuous. And in 2011, they meet the famous John Brockman, who was a literary agent for the nerds, for like science writers and shit like that. And he introduces them to none other than Henry Epstein. More on that later. Just give you a little tease there, which is a very intellectually promiscuous thing for me to do.
This guy truly is depraved pedophile Forrest Gump. He has been...
Who, Epstein or Brockman?
Epstein.
Brockman is kind of his Bubba.
Sure. Ghislaine's kind of his Bubba.
Yeah.
Ghislaine's kind of his Lieutenant Dan.
Ooh.
Or maybe Ghislaine's is Jenny.
Yeah, well, no, because Jenny is like always at arm's length until she's finally dying of AIDS.
True.
I would say, yeah, Lieutenant Dan, because clearly Ghislaine is smarter. Yeah. Either way, you can interchange these characters.
Sure.
Someone's Bubba.
Everyone, Brockman's a little Bubba. Yeah. Everyone's a little something.
Yeah. Someone's an amputee in there. And around that same time, 2011, Cami starts dating just the most eligible guy in all of Silicon Valley. Ladies were just bending over backwards, doing cartwheels down the street in the Mission District for former CEO of Google, Eric Schmidt.
Eat your heart out, Valdemar Eckhoff III.
Google Eric Schmidt real fast, would you? This guy's also a noted sex pest at this point, by the way. He's there's nothing sex pesty about him. He kind of looks like Doug Funny from the TV show Doug.
Yeah, kind of.
Doesn't he?
He could be Doug's dad.
Wow, yeah. So this guy you could tell he's probably got, I bet his penis and balls are shaved just down to the skin. He wants to feel everything. He's enjoyed all of what life has to offer, so the only thing that he can continue to maximize is pleasures of the flesh. Look at this guy, dude. That's all he wants.
He does look like a sicko.
He thought about piercing the tip, but he was like, I don't want to risk losing feeling. Anyway, they start dating for 3 years.
Speaking of losing the feeling, this is a whole nother tangent, but we need to at some point acknowledge the intactivist community who are working on rebuilding foreskins.
I think that's admirable. I do
think there's like a strange, like Silicon Valley horrific bent to it, and we're gonna get into it at some point.
Wait, are they like? Is there a Silicon Valley angle to the?
Yeah, there's like investors investing in companies that can
penis weights
regrow your foreskin.
I mean, shit. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I'm not gonna circumcise my son. If I have a son,
I won't either.
I will let a doctor do it.
That's the Ben and Emil show.
Promise. We will not circumcise
our children.
Well, I want him to feel it all. I want to maximize my son's pleasure. Anyway, so Cami and Eric Schmidt,
nothing if not pro son pleasure.
Yeah. They split 3 years later, and around that time, she meets another hunk of a man, Dario Amodei. Pretty good. And Cami and Dario, they're all hanging out in San Francisco. This is actually interesting to me because it wasn't that long ago. that these guys are all hanging out with these other effective altruism dorks in their and tech hippies in San Francisco in apartments. They were not at all wealthy yet.
If I had to,
what an exciting time.
If you forced me to live in San Francisco for a year.
Yeah. Back then?
Nope.
Oh.
Probably anytime after the year 2000.
Mm-hmm. What did you just do? Is that a gun? Oh God, what's he gonna do? Oh God. Yeah. So they're hanging out as Dario is studying. He's studying like postdoctorate biological science shit at Stanford. Then he gets a job at Google and Baidu before finally joining OpenAI in 2016. Cami, meanwhile, being the hustler that she is, she gets a job at a place. Oh God, I should have written the name down. She gets a job at a place that does tactical stuff for VR. And it's there that she meets Mira Murati. Cami is very similar to Epstein in that she is a people connector. Not that Epstein owns the title of like schmoozer connector.
Sure.
But he was like top of his class at doing that.
We're just throwing a lot.
You like getting jerked off? You like jerking people off? You guys should meet.
He was definitely top of his class.
Yeah.
We're throwing similar to Epstein around a lot, and I do think it's important to be clear in what ways we're talking about.
Yeah. It's connecting people. So
I'm going to say that whenever I meet someone charismatic and say, I mean this in the best way,
you're very Epstein-like.
You have an Epstein thing about you.
Thank you. Okay. In that he's handsome or like a billionaire playboy?
No, it's the charisma thing.
Oh, cool. All right, good. Yeah, I was worried. So she introduces Mira to Greg Brockman, who is her boyfriend Dario's boss, who is one of the co-founders of OpenAI.
Can you imagine dating your boss's ex-girlfriend?
Well, Greg Brockman, your boss's ex-girlfriend. Eric Schmidt was not.
Oh, no. What is the connection?
Eric Schmidt then invested in
Sure.
Anthropic years later. They were friends still, Cami and Eric. They had a respectful relationship. And this is the cool thing about Cami. She was ride or die. She believed in Dario from the minute she met him. In 2017, she's sending his dense ass white paper research papers to all the wealthy tech guys that she knew.
She's like, all this neurodivergent king needs is a little nudge.
He needs a little nudge. He's not good at conveying the gravity of what his potential is.
And I've got an Epstein-esque
yes.
ability to connect.
Yes. While she's still pursuing her endeavors. So she introduces her ex, Eric Schmidt, to Dario in 2018. And Eric falls in love. He's like, these guys are onto something.
Which is, it's important
I feel
to talk
it in my
about
balls.
What her endeavors are that she's working on.
At this time?
Well, we can get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it in just a minute. Dario, so around that time, Dario and his sister famously leave OpenAI just a couple years later.
Sam Altman's getting kind of a bad vibe.
Yeah, this guy's vibe
kind of
is
harshing my buzz on doing all the research.
And this is crazy because this feels like it was 2 years ago to me and not 6. I remember when this happened, but I was also still not quite like in tune with the whole AI thing. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Who's Sam Altman? What's OpenAI? They leave in December 2020 to start Anthropic.
Oh, I would say in 2020, I was definitely pretty cloudy on what OpenAI was.
Me too. I'm like, who the fuck is this Sam Altman guy all of a sudden? Why is everybody talking about him?
I was doing a lot of like, I don't think you should worry about the COVID thing too much. Like, let's just have a good time, guys.
So the following May 2021, they announced $124 million in Series A funding, which was partly led by Facebook co-founder Dustin Moskovitz. And the reason I mention that is because there's a funny connection there. Dario and Cami camped with him and his wife at Burning Man one time.
Why are you
Moskovitz is apparently a big burner. All these tech guys are. Someone should just drop a bomb on that place, on the playa. God, the playa. Can't wait to get it back out on the playa. Shut the fuck up.
That is that's
sorry, I don't mean to be that much of a Burning Man.
No, I think it's totally warranted. I think that would be the hardest thing for me. They were like, okay, a year in San Francisco or 1 weekend at Burning Man. I don't know what I would choose.
I'd choose Burning Man for sure.
Oof.
I'm not crazy about the bathroom situation, obviously, because it's a bunch of porta potties. And
they don't build toilets. They don't use the power of a.
We use a barter system. If you want to poop, you have to offer me something. So throughout all of this, like I said, she's been a mouthpiece of sorts for Dario. She is. They are a power couple, up and coming power couple. And she's very outgoing and social to his bookish and nerdy.
She's like, hey, he's too weird to talk. I'm kind of his Lieutenant Dan. I'm going to do the talking.
I'm the guy who invested in Apple on Forrest Gump's behalf. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He can run fast. You know what I mean? So she becomes buds also with Ivanka Trump. And according to another article by The Information, this is just a fun little anecdote. She's in a WhatsApp group called Real Housewives of AI, which includes other prominent women in the tech industry. That's quite funny. Why would they call themselves the Real Housewives of AI? That kind of diminishes their role as being nothing more than the housewives. Right?
Yeah, I understand that, but maybe they're just having a bit of fun.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's right. That's true.
Yeah. Hey guys, we got to take a quick second to talk about Mudwtr. If you're anything like me, you would love a pick-me-up, but the caffeine of coffee can send you into a little bit of an anxiety spiral. That's true. I unfortunately cannot handle it, and it's been a real godsend to be able to have my Mudwtr.
Yeah, man. If you're a coffee shop lover who just can't handle that caffeine load like my man here, Mudwtr is the version of your morning drink that you didn't know existed. It is a coffee alternative made with mushrooms and adaptogens. It's about 1/7 the amount of caffeine of coffee, so you get the focus and energy without the jitters, the crash, or the anxiety. The best way to start is the starter kit. It's designed to set you up with everything you need to actually build the new habit. When you order, you get the full-size tin of your chosen blend, plus a free rechargeable frother, free gifts, and free shipping. That frother's awesome, man. You stick it in your mug, and it...
I'm frothing things that have never been frothed before. This thing will froth anything.
Especially your Mudwtr. There's 4 flavors. OG, the original chai chocolate blend, which is my favorite because I'm a chai guy. Coffee, matcha, and turmeric. So if you're a coffee person, a matcha person, a chai person, or something in between, there's something for you. But the OG, where most people start, because it's like chocolate and chai had a very healthy baby.
Ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Go to mudwtr.com/Baze and grab the starter kit. Use code BAZE and you'll get 43% off. The frother alone is worth it. That's right. Up to 43% off with code BAZE at MUDWTR.com. After your purchase, they'll ask how you found them. Please show your support and let them know we sent you.
And as you said, with her being a bullshitter about OLG mortgage or whatever the fuck, she's clearly a hustler, and she's one of the earliest modern cases of a true bullshitter. Love that. But like not that egregious. She's bullshitting around, hobnobbing in Silicon Valley to get things done, to advance her.
There are some very like funny things. There's some like funny little quotes about her kind of handling him a little bit. Like as Amadei ascended with OpenAI, Clark joined him at company events. People who worked with him and knew the couple said she made sure his ideas were given the credit she felt they deserved.
My man, he gets the credit. Okay,
beautiful.
Machine learning, Dario
stepping in to make sure they know, her bookish, maybe quiet man is being properly credited. I love that. And then Clark, known for being social and outgoing, has interacted with politicians and potential investors on behalf of Amadei, chatting with them and bringing them over to meet her bookish husband at conferences and events.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Dario. This is my wife and mouthpiece. She's kind of like Lieutenant Dan.
I don't know if Anthropic looks like it does today. If you don't have,
that's a good point.
Lieutenant Dan.
I truly
please talk to my weird husband. Yeah, no, the guy in the corner. Yeah,
the one drinking 12 Dr. Peppers.
He's got really good ideas about AI.
He's holding in his pee as he's in line to shake Donald Trump's hand.
I mean, you could see it when he does, he goes on the like Ross to That podcast. He goes on whatever. He's not the greatest talker.
He's not the greatest orator and message deliverer.
No.
As we will get into, because he's got some stuff that he recently said.
He seems like unprepared. Like sometimes he gets asked questions at these public things where he kind of is like fumbling. And
I just felt like running.
I'm going, surely you expected that question.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, can I throw it to Cami? Throw it to Cami.
Or she's in his ear like that. You remember that Nathan For You episode where he has the child telling him the things to say during a job interview? Did you ever see that?
I don't remember.
Oh, it's so great. Real quick. Nathan Fielder is in a job interview and the woman is asking him questions and he's supposed to say, we won't be able to play it because of copyright, but he's got a child saying, and he's doing the classic bit of just saying word for word what the child says. And the lady asks a question and the child is like playing with something and goes, what that means? And Nathan just goes, what that means? He keeps saying it. Anyway, back to Epstein. John Epstein. Edis, the porn company, the sexy revolutionary porn company. We've actually got a link thanks to the Wayback Machine. I went on the Wayback Machine and I got us a glimpse into what Edis
jacking
looked
off
like.
on Edis.com is like.
Oh, man. Intellectually promiscuous. It is the most 2011 era. It's stripped down kind of looking thing. They've just got columns 4 wide. It looks like some are videos, some are articles. The first one is called The Pull of Narratives. Then there's one called Ode to the Virtues of Semen. Paul Thomas Anderson on porn. Objective Reality, Oral Fixation on groaning.
The horniest woman ever just scrolling this going like, how do I
hot.
jack off to this?
Yeah. Which one do I want to pick? Oh, it looks like there's a TED Talk on the power of orgasm.
Me just fingering myself to a TED Talk.
Keep scrolling. What else do we have? Buns of Steel. Cool. Quotes by Helen Keller. Security is mostly a superstition. It does not exist in nature. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. How would you know? You couldn't hear or see. Crazy. Well, that was Helen Keller, right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding out there. TV on the radio. Yeah, truly a New York 2011 era thing, Jay-Z. I mean, this is pretty much this.
Yeah,
this I would say is
Tumblr.
The blog, but they also did have like a Tumblr. They also had stuff from legit writers. It seems like they were going for a kind of Playboy almost.
They had a lot of kooky ideas. She also had like a fitness tracking app for women that was basically just like. It seemed like just promoting negative bot. No, I'm not gonna.
Negative what?
It was like nutrition tracking and like calorie tracking. Stuff for women. It was
it was a social dieting app and website geared toward women that combines data from Fitbits, user data about meals and menstrual cycles, mood, location. Also, women could share that stuff, Facebook style.
Yeah,
which that's kind of. It's kind of a fun idea. I don't know.
Sure.
It's combining some. I don't know. I don't know what girls want. Jesus Christ.
Just when in my mind, when I'm just like it reminds me of like an eating disorder forum of like women.
Oh yeah.
Not my space. I'm not stepping into that.
Yeah, we're not wading into that. So they're struggling with financing. They try to crowdsource, which is kind of an early. I mean, credit where credit's due. This woman was early to a lot of different things that would become very, very mainstream, including crowdsourcing. She was trying to crowdsource funding to raise $350,000 to produce Edis.com and their first 4 films. American Girl in Paris, which I think was going to be a 4-part series. So then the two of them, the two business partner women, they go to Munich in 2011 to the Digital Life Design Conference, and they meet John Brockman there. And here we got a photo of John Brockman, who is definitely, just a guy dripping with sex appeal.
Another guy who you can tell is just totally normal about sex.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. And again, Brockman did frequently introduce Epstein to people, and he sent an email, and this all came out in the Epstein files. He says an email to Epstein and copies the girls on it. You should connect for dinner with my girls, Cami and Michelle. They're in L.A. raising money for porn aimed at women's market. So Cami writes back on the chain because
And he shares the website for Edis.
She's a go-getter. She writes back on the email chain and says, "Hello, Jeffrey. We would love to have dinner with you this evening," and gave her cell number. A week later, she writes him again and attached her script for American Girl in Paris. And the email says, "We thought you and the ladies might enjoy the script treatment for our first 4 films, American Girl in Paris, a little NSFW." And not really sure what happens. I guess Epstein's probably too busy getting jerked off and trafficking
As he's
minors.
wont to do.
Yeah, as he's wont to do, right? A year passes. Cami reaches out to Epstein, who forgets who she is, and it's very funny. So pull up these things. He writes back, true Epstein style at the bottom there. "I'm sorry, comma. Who is this, comma?" And that's the end of the email. And she writes back, "Cami Clark, John Brockman introduced us last year at TED. We have the free luxury porn company. Does that ring a bell?"
And she's like, "The TED Talk that I jacked off to?"
Yeah. He writes back and says, she says, "Does that ring a bell?" And he says, "Yes, a loud gong."
Insane.
Yeah, very funny. And she pitches him on investing in
Well,
her...
she also responds in a very funny way. She said, "Haha, I was going to say, you would be the first person that didn't remember us." She pitched him on investing in her company, saying that they had just hired someone from Oprah Winfrey's company and Ashton Kutcher's Catalyst, the media company behind shows like Punk'd. Are you still interested? And then my favorite line of the whole thing. Epstein, then a registered sex offender, replied, "Can't do sex TV."
Can't do sex TV. Yeah, by the way, he was, this was all when Epstein had pled guilty to soliciting a minor for prostitution 3 years earlier. And I don't know what's going on.
I know who should invest in my women's only old lady porn site.
Yeah. The guy who was, who needs to rebuild his image from soliciting minors to normal, sexy, adult women stuff.
Sorry, can't do sex TV.
Can't do sex TV.
Wish I could. The FBI is breathing down my fucking neck.
I just love how short his emails were. Just can't do sex TV. Why? I like, pray tell, why can't you do sex TV?
Because of the...
Is that why? Or
I
does
imagine he's like, I'm actually not in a great place to do sex TV right now.
I guess. So then we gotta love her ability to pivot, and she's been spending enough time in Silicon Valley. She pivots to pitching him the social dieting app and the website about the menstrual cycles and stuff. And presumably he says it can't do sex app. Or can't do menstrual app.
Actually can't do women stuff.
Can't do women stuff altogether. And then according to the Wall Street Journal and the Epstein files, they continued interacting over 2 years. She invited him to a Manhattan housewarming party. They connected on LinkedIn. And the reason they know that is because in the Epstein files, he got one of those auto emails from LinkedIn suggesting, hey, you should congratulate Cami Clark on her new role as the CEO of Female Algorithm Technologies. Lady, it's not going to happen, man.
Female Algorithm Technologies. I feel like you shouldn't name your social dieting app Fat.
Holy fucking shit, man. I need to let that wash over me. That is too fucking funny, Emil. Wow. Yeah, you really shouldn't call your social. Wow. Okay. And so I couldn't find it on the Wayback Machine or anywhere when I Googled it. And somehow the Wall Street Journal did, but they said that there was a Tumblr associated with Fat with pictures. And I think it was just a way for them to start to build
an aesthetic
and a brand around it. Because it was a Tumblr it was basically an 17-year-old girl's Tumblr account. It had naked women, a portrait of Steve Jobs, and apparently in all caps graphics that said things like "great minds fuck each other" and "let's make lots of money." Yeah. I remember finding my high school crush's Tumblr because I think she had it in her AOL instant message. Yeah, she had it in her like bio. And I was like, what is Tumblr? Oh my God, I feel so lame. I feel like such a loser.
Did you ever scroll Tumblr?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, of course I did. And again, credit where it's due. She wanted FAT to be also a chain of female-focused health clinics, and she even raised a little money from Eric Schmidt. And according to the deck that the Wall Street Journal somehow got their hands on, she said that the health and wellness market was a $1 trillion industry, and she was being again quite she had her finger on the pulse, saying that wellness is the new black, and it is now a status symbol among consumers. And annual memberships were going to be $9,000 up to $20,000, and the thing just had a bunch of buzzy nonsense bullshit about AI and data to help with biomedical monitoring. Way before her time. Or the modern shit. Just goes to show that an idea can be good, but it's just at the wrong time. Because if she were to launch that now, she'd raise fucking
with
hundreds of millions.
With the MAGA crowd?
Yeah.
The Maha crowd? Excuse me, I meant Maha.
Yeah. And remember when I said that she met Mira Murati? That was in 2016. She gave up the female algorithm technologies. She got a job at a place called Leap Motion, which was co-founded by the future founder of Midjourney, a guy named David Holtz.
It's all an incestuous suck and fuck up there.
Oh, yeah. As I'm reading this, I kept thinking of the, what's his name? The comedian who's dead and who was like, hey.
Chris Farley. Sam Kinison.
Keep going.
Mitch Hedberg.
George
Schultz, the Peanuts guy.
It's a big club and you ain't in it.
Oh, God, George Carlin.
George Carlin. I just kept thinking that because like she's buddy with Ivanka Trump, whose father is the president, who's hating on Anthropic, which is Cami's husband's company.
Oh, there was also a very funny line in there, that reminded me of this stuff. Because also when we were talking about it way back when Anthropic first told the Department of War to fuck off or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, everyone's now acting as if it's like the woke company or whatever. It's just not. But they mentioned the the Trump administration and that whole showdown. And they said, Clark has recently told people involved in politics that the company sees its mission as protecting America and isn't as woke as its detractors might think it is. So
maybe she's
got her eye on the prize. She's not.
I just find it fascinating how she was so. I don't know obviously I don't know whose idea it was or what resources she had at her disposal to scrub the internet of her everything.
Oh, I'm sure if you have enough money, you can clean that shit up.
But
although
maybe it was the association with Epstein that caused her to want to do that.
But what I was going to say is, if that was the case, I feel like all these rich people would have very little about them on the internet.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can Google all their bad shit.
Yeah, it's true. Well, speaking of AI and all this stuff, Mark Zuckerberg put out a 6,500-word AI manifesto of sorts.
Oh, it's the future is for everyone.
Yeah, the future is for Hey, everybody, the future is for everyone. And there's some key points. Number one,
it's really long.
It's really long, 6,500 words,
and it's an infuriating read.
Some of it is interesting, but so key points here is that Meta still cares about open source and open weight AI, and they recently made a customizable open weight system called Muse Glimmer. Number two, he says that he is worried about the concentration of power over AI from businesses and governments because it, quote, will naturally lead to outcomes that are less favorable for everyone else. It is about the balance of power. There is no such thing as a singular benevolent superintelligence. And he kind of, he never explicitly calls out any competitor, but it's obvious who he's talking about here, presumably Dario. It's a very interesting quote. He says, "It is surprising that the discourse from many developing AI from many, entities who are developing AI. It is surprising that the discourse from many developing AI is so filled with doom. I do not understand why anyone who believes that AI will eliminate most jobs and much of humanity's relevance would rush to build that future.
Is it surprising? That's like explicitly what they are saying.
Yeah.
Who is this a surprise to? I'm surprised that they've chosen to go that route and be like, yeah, I'm going to do public speeches and go, it's either going to kill you or take your job. You pick. We don't care.
But he's saying why, if you're saying that, why would you rush to try to build that future?
For the money, probably?
I guess. But what good is that going to be,
He keeps going. He says, the notion that AI is so dangerous that the only safe path is an extreme concentration of power seems inherently problematic. Historically, hoping that an absolute power will benevolently provide for humanity if sufficiently enlightened has not led to safe or positive outcomes. The thing is, this is, for me, I'm reading it and going, you are feeling left behind in the AI race. You want to slow everything down and open it up to everybody because you decided to invest in the metaverse and everyone else was putting a ton of money into AI.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, what the hell am I doing? And now you've released this like flowery, just go read a little bit. It opens with these like, we propose a philosophy based on individual empowerment as the source of prosperity, invention as the primary purpose of superintelligence, and the balance of power as the foundation of safety.
Huh?
And he talks about like all these. It's like all these guys. What was it? A couple of weeks ago, Altman said, "We're basically giving you a genie in your pocket or whatever."
Oh yeah, it'll be able to grant you any wish.
He says. Everyone will have an exceptionally capable personal agent that understands you, your goals, and everything you care about.
Jesus Christ.
Your agent will work 24/7 on your behalf to improve your relationships, health, career, finances, home management, hobbies, and more.
Jesus, dude.
Like what? It will free up time for the things you enjoy. Not really. You said my agent's going to be doing my hobbies.
What the fuck?
I want to do my hobbies.
Zuckerberg also... Specifically, he rejects this idea that there will be mass layoffs, and he actually takes the opposite view. He thinks that there's going to be way more companies, but just with fewer workers per company, and says that there will be new jobs that aren't common today. A big thing with data centers, he's emphasizing that communities that get data centers built there must reap the benefits. Like high-paying jobs, local investment into schools, libraries, parks, shit like that. And then I believe that they themselves just donated like to grease the wheels a little bit. They donated like $1 billion to one of the little townships wherever they are building one. Jesus Christ. And he said, like everybody's saying, we have to keep up with China and cannot afford to slow down the release of new models.
We have to keep up with China. Let me see your stuff, OpenAI and Anthropic. I'm serious. I need to know what you guys are doing over there.
Hey guys, we got to take a quick break again to talk a little bit about your look, your style, your accessories. That's right. We're talking about GLD. They use real gold. They got real stones that are hand set. The craftsmanship is on another level. You can see the difference immediately. Chains, bracelets. When you hold it in your hand, you can really feel it. They've got everything. Chains, pendants, bracelets, a great selection of watches. Whether you keep it simple or like a little shine, they've got the perfect piece for you. And it's not just hype. No. They've got over 2 million customers and 50,000 five-star reviews. That many people can't be wrong. With GLD being worn by names like Justin Bieber. Ever heard of him? Malik Neighbors, Micah Parsons, A$AP Rocky, and plenty more. And the best part? Every single piece is guaranteed for life.
It's incredible. GLD has an official collab with the NFL, so you can get every NFL team on a pendant this season. They also have official collabs with the NBA, WNBA, MLB, NCAA, NHL, MLS, and even DC Comics.
Oh, man.
Chains and pendants that let you rep what you love, okay? This whole thing is incredible. For a limited time only, new customers are getting an insane deal. Use code BAZE to get 40% off at GLD.com. That's 40% off with code BAZE at GLD.com. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you. It's time to lock in and upgrade your style this summer with GLD. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. He says, everyone will have incredible tools for creation to express your ideas. My 8-year-old daughter can already code her ideas and produce videos in an evening that would have either taken me months or been impossible previously. Now we're designing a robot together. Can't wait to see him and his 8-year-old daughter's robot.
Yeah. Death robot. What's it gonna do?
The problem is, if you just read this, if you just read this essay, you would be like, wow, he has a beautiful vision for the future. That all sounds so nice. But people aren't stupid, and they know what Mark Zuckerberg has given them the past, 2 decades, right? This is the guy who was like,
don't worry about me and Mark.
We're selling you on a better way to connect with friends. You're going to be able to keep stronger connections, even with people all across the world. But really, he just gave you like rage bait and endless scroll.
Oh, yeah.
So he could sell ads.
And more ads.
Right. So it's like, now all of a sudden he's like, I'm the guy who has the futures for everyone. Don't you know?
Speaking of the whole China-US superiority thing, there's a guy that I follow on Twitter named Ben Thompson. And just this morning, I saw there was an interview that was released with him and this other guy. But in one of the bits on this podcast, he makes a really good, I think, a good like thought experiment. He calls it a game theory thing, which I hate that phrase. But he says that if the United States wins the AI race and has complete...
What does that mean? Getting AGI?
Yeah. If we get it first and we dominate the AI globally, we have our superior military, we have officially made it first, and our military, our AI is better than everyone. He poses the question, what is the optimal response of China then?
If what should China do?
Yeah, what's China's only move then? And he's like, well, you blow up TSMC, the Taiwan manufacturing company, because that's where we're getting all of it. That's the only place at this point where we're getting all of our shit. And so his point was, we got to, as soon as possible, get our reliability or our reliance on Taiwan as soon as we fucking can.
That assumes a lot of things of China.
Of course.
That's kind of a crazy thing. I mean, this is not the...
But you have to.
America has had a developmental edge over a lot of different places throughout the years, and
for a long time.
Yeah, and
so
China,
why wouldn't they do
China
it now?
At no point was like, we need to nuke TSMC. I think it's kind of crazy to be like, if we do this,
what's their move? That's their only move.
Meanwhile, like, we're the only country who acts like fucking we're insane.
Yeah.
And then we like sit here and we go, well, we're insane. Everyone else is insane. They're going to do.
We got to stab them before they stab us, dude.
We're
approaching each other in a dark alley. By the way, did you see that there was some military guy, I think a Navy guy, just gave an address to, I don't even know who. I mean, I lose track of who's talking to who. But he basically said that we are woefully incapable of stopping a drone swarm on U.S. soil were one to happen. We have no ability to stop it if it were to happen. Which kind of, to me, sounds like the alarm bells that were a-ringing in the summer before September 2001.
Interesting.
Where there's like, hey, here's a possibility, a drone swarm. And it makes sense, right? You put the pieces together. The drones are now this new piece of modern warfare. They're incredibly cheap to manufacture, incredibly easy to obtain, incredibly easy to modify and put explosives or whatever.
This is like this is like an obvious endpoint of like, I mean, there were people talking about this in like 15, 20 years ago, being like, what happens when we're no longer the only people running a sophisticated drone program?
Well, now that they've become so small, and so because back then they were still a very bigger, expensive hobby, but now they're dime a dozen these damn things. They did it, I think, in one of those White House Down movies. It's a very freaky scene. The president is out on a lake,
drones,
and I think it's Morgan Freeman, and then Who's that Scottish actor who was in 300?
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler's like, "There's thrones.
Is he Scottish?
There's coming." Gerard Butler is Gerard Butler. Yeah, he's Scottish.
Okay.
This is thrones coming. Boy, what a career.
It's gotta be fun when you just commit to being like, I'll just do bad movies. Who gives a shit? I'll make a ton of money.
Honestly, yeah. I believe it's I
You're
don't
like,
know.
fuck it. I get to work with Morgan Freeman again.
Yeah.
We're gonna swarm him with drones.
Plane was actually pretty awesome.
Dude,
Plane was a cool one. Plane gets freaking crashes and then they got to survive. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. So we're just talking about what Zuckerberg thinks about all this shit. Well, what does Dario Amodei think? He recently had a back and forth with Gavin Baker. Gavin Baker has been a name that has been popping up a lot. He's another one of those investment guys. He's he's the managing partner and CIO of Atreides Management.
I like when they put husband in their bio.
Husband.
Sicko. What are you trying to hide? That's not a shield. We know you're disgusting.
Yeah. Well, this guy's
girl dad.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill you,
girl dad.
Gavin.
He claims that Gavin went on a podcast, claimed that he heard from internal sources at Anthropic that Dario Amodei believes that Anthropic will be the only private company in the world at some point. And then everybody knows this guy. Everybody knows Sholto Douglas.
Sholto Douglas always chimes in.
Sholto Douglas chimed in and called out Gavin because Sholto is a higher up at Anthropic. And he says, no. Sholto says it's completely false. And whoever you heard that from, Gavin Baker at Anthropic, is lying to you. And then Dario chimed in. Or Gavin pushed back at Sholto, first of all. And he says, well, some variation. Maybe that's not explicitly what he says the larger issue is that multiple very serious people in Silicon Valley have heard some variation of this and believe it to be true. And the reason it is believable to so many is that it is consistent with Dario's public messaging. Because Dario has been out there saying this kind of shit. And he goes on to say that Dario has hurt his own cause and that his messaging has helped this wave of anti-data center sentiment that we've been seeing here in the United States. And he says that regulation, are you ready for this? Gavin Baker says that regulation isn't the answer. And that it will actually increase the odds that AI won't end up being as beneficial as we all hope it can be. No, you gotta let the capitalism, you gotta get the free market out there.
Spoken like a true investor.
Yeah.
God, I'd love to regulate it, but I just don't know if it'll be as good.
Yeah, what's gonna...
Dude, speaking of the sentiment, it just reminded me, did you see that insane, I don't know what the guy's name is. He's like the Kelsey brother, but he did that ad.
Travis Kelce about the piss?
Yeah, what
the fuck is that? I
mean,
know.
if you don't know, here, I'm going to put the link.
Yeah, let's watch it. Because his piss is very dark.
I don't think it's his real piss.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, come on, dude.
But, I mean, this is a bit of a I did not know the data center hate was at this level where it's a full ad. I don't understand.
It's for a beer company? Okay, play it.
AI data centers waste millions of gallons of water. That's why Liquid Death and Garage Beer have decided to team up. We want your pee to cool these data centers.
We want your pee. Please give us your pee. Let's pee on computers together. 'Cause we need lots of pee. Endless gallons of pee. Join our important endeavor. We want your
Snapple lady?
Oh, wow, I think it might be.
Let's be on computers together and save humanity. We want your beer.
With Garage Beer's classic light beer and Liquid Death's sparkling energy, the light beer of energy drinks, it's never been easier to create pee.
Let's be on computers together and save humanity.
I mean, you get it.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, okay, so Noel actually made a video where he's pitching, I don't know who he's pitching. He's pitching some tech people about a computer that is cooled by piss. Between that and that ad, that isn't no joke. That's an interesting thought.
That we should all give.
Not like send it, but like if they could recycle the community's water and just use piss. Don't laugh. I'm serious.
What do you mean use the we need the recycled water?
No, like instead of the data
that
center,
wouldn't solve the problem. They would have to come get my piss.
Well, yeah, just reroute the pipes, dude. Reroute the pipes. Put a filter in there for the poop. Extract the
Also,
poop out
I'm
of
pretty
there.
sure the reason it needs that filtered water is because the whatever elements are in
Impurities?
the water, muck it about. So if they're able to like clean our piss so well,
Well, yeah, we
why
do
don't
it.
you just solve a drinking water problem?
We
and
do it with
collect all my piss and let people drink it.
we do it here in LA. We use reclaimed water to water.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't want to give it to fucking the data centers.
Why not give the data centers the reclaimed water, which is essentially piss water that's been cleaned? It's non-potable.
Because if we're using it for other things, why give it to a data center?
I don't know. If the data center is funding your freaking library and stuff. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? So then Dario responds, excuse me. He says, thanks, Gavin, for an especially thoughtful exchange. I don't usually spend much time on social media, but I wanted to engage here because it really brings out the heart of an important conversation.
You know Cami wrote this?
Oh, yeah. Cami wrote this for sure. He says that concentrating AI in the hands of a chosen few with regulation, basically there's two choices. We either concentrate it in the hands of a chosen few with regulation or distribute it widely. Those two things are a false choice. He says it depends on what the regulation is. And he says, well, we ourselves at Anthropic have advocated for slowing down the frontier companies to allow the smaller AI models to catch up. And he says
Isn't it so weird being the guy building the thing and being like, I'm advocating for it. I wish I could slow down.
Yeah,
but the government just won't make me.
Yeah, we're already so big, we can afford to slow down.
Then just slow down, bitch. Take your foot off the gas.
Yeah. He says the right rules, he believes, will simultaneously address AI's myriad cyber, biological, and alignment risks, institutionally constrain the power of the frontier AI companies, and leave room for open weight models while also addressing their specific risks. So in other words, yeah, the right rules can fix all of the problems that everybody has in regards to their concerns about these things. From the big ones, from the big frontier AI companies like Anthropic, down to the cheapy open weight models. And he pushes back on the notion that his messaging has been mostly negative. He says he doesn't believe it's been disproportionately negative, and he points out a couple of his positive mentions, specifically things like curing disease. And this was a big point.
Dude, I'm pretty sure you can find footage of Dario saying that he thinks like it's going to put out half the work.
No, he's not denying that. He's saying, but I've also said positive stuff.
Okay,
And
sure.
it's like, yeah, brother, what do you think is going to make the headline?
But also like, we're going to cure cancer, but you won't have a job. That's not like
Yeah.
okay, how do I get that? We have a very expensive healthcare system.
Yeah.
How do I access that?
And I mean, about one of the only things I can unequivocally agree with in his post, he says that the negative views held by the public toward AI and AI companies are due to a crisis of trust. He says, and I quote, "Ordinary people don't trust companies, governments, or the tech industry, and always suspect that we are cooking up some new way to screw them over." No shit.
Where'd they get that idea?
Wow, yeah. What?
Why do people think that
Why do
though?
people think
That's
that?
so fucked up.
And he says that no marketing campaign or messaging or anything will fix this lack of trust. They have to actually do the thing. He said they have to actually cure cancer. That's like literally what he says. We can't just talk about it anymore. We have to cure cancer. And he says that they haven't delivered on their big promises to benefit the world yet, but they are working on it, and he is very, very, very confident that they're going to be able to do so very, very soon. So I am I'm going to take the under on that, which means I think that means I'm betting against that, which is I'd be happy to be wrong. Yeah, what does he say there? Scroll. Oh yeah, I feel the urgency here. I lost my father to hepatitis C only a few years before the development of direct-acting antivirals, which cure 95% of patients. Yeah. I think by far the most accurate criticism of AI companies, including Anthropic, is that we haven't yet delivered on our big promises to benefit the world. This is totally on us.
Dude, delivering on promises. I've been thinking about this. I feel like it's been basically 3 straight years of people going, look, I spent a lot of time in Silicon Valley and things are different now. This month, all we've been hearing about is the leaps and bounds it's making. It is like
It's crazy.
nothing. And I basically have been goofing off on the chatbot since just seeing what it can do since like ChatGPT got released. I'm not noticing this like leaps and bounds thing.
I still just can't. I remember when ChatGPT launched and I was seeing, because I'm obviously online because I have to be, and I was seeing it all over Twitter. And I understand that tech guys and like stock market guys are going to be all over it. But within days, obviously, they're saying this is the most downloaded app in history. More people it's the quickest app to get to, 1 million downloads or 10 or 50, whatever the number was. And I just remember thinking, I have no desire to, what am I going to use this for? It just feels like a supercharged Google. Great. Little did I know.
I spend all my time on edis.com.
I'm an Edis guy. Whatever. I just want an elevated female-centric porn experience. Come on.
When I'm not doing that, I use my fat social app.
Yeah, because female algorithmic technologies is where I have my homepage set to. Hey, gang. If your Mac desktop looks like an absolute nightmare, you know what I'm talking about here. You got 50 open tabs. You got 5 versions of the same file. You just got screenshots galore, downloads. You don't know what's going on there.
He's got weird stuff on there.
You got weird stuff. But if you're like that, don't worry. We've all been there. You're too busy to slow down and organize. It's just proof that you're being productive, to be honest.
That's right. Yeah. I agree. But when your computer starts lagging, running hot, or running out of storage, that's not your work causing the problem.
Yeah, the problem is it's these gigabytes of hidden system junk that your Mac's been creating on its own to keep up. That's why you need Cleanmymac, notarized by Apple and crafted by MacPaw.
It keeps your important files and it clears the junk. It protects the files you actually care about while sweeping away the invisible system junk, slowing you down.
Man, I wish they just wouldn't create that system junk.
Just don't create the system junk.
Boo. And this thing, Space Lens, is wild. It builds a visual map of your entire hard drive so you can actually see which folders are hogging all your space.
Plus, it's got the Moonlock anti-malware engine built right in, so it catches security threats with a single click.
All right, folks, get tidy today. Try 7 days free and use our code BAYS20 for 20% off. That's code BAYS20 for 20% off when you go to cleanmymac.com. I didn't realize a lot of people that I knew had signed up and were using it, but I'm like, where were they hearing about it? Because so many of the people that had it weren't Twitter heads.
But they did like a massive ad spend, and
I guess
and
I just never saw any of it other than on Twitter.
And no, I mean,
where it was all organic
tons
sharing
of
stuff.
Articles. They had a huge amount of,
I guess,
a huge amount of like flowery press being like, this isn't incredible. You can talk to a chatbot and it's going to tell you things, and it's going to.
I just kind of thought it was a parlor trick of sorts, and
the biggest thing for me was the DALL-E thing. I feel like that was when I everyone was going, look, it'll give you 4 shitty images, and I was like, and that's cool.
Yeah, well, because at the time it was like funny.
It was funny,
and it was funny seeing how creative people got.
I also think it helped that you had to weirdly get invited to it.
Yeah.
You couldn't get on it. So people were like,
exclusivity, man.
Does anyone have those DALL-E invites?
Yeah.
I want to make 4 shitty images.
Yeah. I remember we made them when we were on a Trillionaire. We had me smoking like a fucking cigarette, me as a cigarette box cover or something like that. Anyway,
looks like shit.
Let's do a quick little check-in on the market, shall we? So there's this guy, you guys, I gotta turn you on to this guy. His name is Keith Rabois, Rabois, whatever.
What's up? It's Rabois Keith.
And he made a name for himself by going long and all in on Carvana a few years ago when Carvana was like $5 a share. And it looked like Carvana was going to just be tossed in the garbage bin of bankruptcy. And he scored. He made like 100 times his investment on Carvana because it just skyrocketed. And a year ago, he decided that he was going to replicate his success and go all in on a company called Opendoor, a real estate house flipping company, essentially, that was similarly fledgling, publicly traded. And he starts trying to do his own little media groundswell social media campaign.
He's not the one
it.
who was asking for Drake to. Yeah, okay.
Where he was standing outside Drake's house in Toronto. This is after, obviously, the Kendrick Lamar shit. And it's like, you clueless fucking idiot. Drake ain't cool, man. And he's like, hey, day one of standing outside Drake's house in Toronto to get him to buy the stock for this fucking stupid stock. Anyway, this woman, Deirdre Bosa. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm more hung up on the fact that she pronounced Deirdre. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much the spelling of Deirdre I've seen. Don't know how else you'd say it.
What are you talking about?
In her bio, she says pronounced Deirdre. And I'm like,
oh,
yeah.
Well, some people might
common name.
Some people might not know. People are stupid. So she was an anchor and reporter on CNBC for 15 years, and she just quit. But there's this clip of her. We can't play it obviously because it was from CNBC, where she was calling him out. She was interviewing Keith and calling him out and basically saying that he's full of shit. And the stock is floundering. He's already down like 50% or something like that. Keith replies to this tweet, and he says, yeah, she was exposed as a clueless clown, which is why she no longer has a job. Deirdre responds and says, I didn't write the accounting rules, Keith. No hard feelings. Because she's just calling out the accounting stuff in the publicly available files on Opendoor. Keith replies, you are still a clown with no intellectual curiosity, which is also why you don't have a job. What a fuck. And then this guy chimes in, says the guy who paid $1 million for husband's government position. What is Keith gay? Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. Anyway, and Keith's just getting dragged and what?
Yeah,
he's gay?
He's married to Jacob Hellberg, the U.S. Undersecretary of State for Economic Growth, Energy, and the Environment.
I didn't know that. Well, good for you, Keith. But you made a bad choice in Opendoor. It's not too late to just say, hey, I was wrong, but hey, remember Carvana? That was a great trade. Some other guy says, don't be a jerk, Keith. If Opendoor were a good business, it would have been a good investment. No big deal. You win some and lose some. That's his husband? Christ.
He's a young guy. His husband, Jacob Hellberg, is 36 years old. And yeah, he's serving Undersecretary of State for Economic Affairs in the second Trump administration.
Mm.
And apparently apparently Keith got him the job somehow.
Wow. Paid $1 million, I guess.
That's all it takes.
Keith insists it is a great investment, as I explained to her. And we would be remiss if we didn't play this clip of Gary Vaynerchuk. I thought that this was a clip from
years ago,
like 2021.
So did I. When someone sent it to me, I was like, dude, I think you're just watching old shit.
And just without further ado, I give you this clip.
I'm gonna ask about the 3 characters that you think are kind of the most slept on right now.
Tenacious Termite, Creative Crab, and Happy Hermit Crab. Though the Gentle Giant's about to go through a massive glow up, and so if you're a Gentle Giant collector, or you're thinking about picking up a Series 2 NFT, or if you want to buy some Gentle Giant cards on eBay, I'm just giving you alpha because it's fun. I like Intuitive Iguana. Intuitive Iguana is gonna have their day. Gentle Giant is getting a massive glow up.
Okay, so Gentle Giant is getting a massive glow up. I don't know what that means because from what I understand, a glow up is when you were ugly and now you're no longer ugly. You've glown.
No,
you've glowed up.
You can glow up even. You can just get hotter.
I guess. I play it again. I just love. I just love in the beginning when he goes intuitive iguana, tenacious crab.
I mean, it's
very
you
sad.
Have to say, it's sad, but
and he's got the magazines behind him from when he was on the cover of Entrepreneur magazine.
It's impressive to be such a
tenacious termite
scammer. Like to with a straight face say these things. Tenacious termite
dead,
and then go intuitive iguana. I'm also really. What are you talking about?
Let's go to eBay. Let's go to eBay actually and search. What did he call those fucking
they're
things?
V friends, I imagine.
eBay.com.
They're V friends.
V friends. VEE friends. I mean, this guy still hawking these deader than dead NFT things. Yeah, they're going for $11. Zero bids. 2 bids up to $1.25. Super stickers.
Well, but is that before or after the glow up? Do you know?
Well, which one was getting a glow up?
Gentle Giant.
NFT. Let's see. Gentle Giant. Let's see if the glow up thing is true. $50 or best offer. I mean,
are there any bids?
It's so depressing. Like, and what's impressive to me is he doesn't even look like he wants to kill himself in that video. If that were me, I'd be clearly just like.
It's impressive to be able to do that. To like straight faced be like intuitive iguana is going to have his day. Like I'm just giving you alpha because I find it fun. But that's the difference. He's worth
terrible.
what? $200 million?
I don't even believe that anymore. Gary V net worth. There's no fucking way. No way. There's no way he's worth 200 to 220 million. A guy like that would not be wasting his time hawking.
Yes, he would. These people are sickos. That's the thing. Like,
what a fuck. Gary V, I believed in you. I'm just kidding. I didn't at all. You fucking clown. What a dork, dude. Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
Gary Vaynerchuk, come on the show and explain yourself, sir. This is really, really.
You wouldn't even be able to put the screws to him, though, because he's like, he believes it. You know what I mean? What can you do with the guy? He's like,
okay, buy $20 million worth, Gary.
Well, I'm sure he already
You're
has.
giving me free alpha?
And he's trying to offload these fucking things.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. I can't. I put all my excess liquidity in Intuitive Iguana and Gentle Giant. His wife's like, what's that? They're fucking cartoons. Digital cartoons. You mean like TV shows? No, just singular images. Pictures? Yes. Honey, go to bed. Don't worry about it. Okay. Haha.
Ugh. I'm just on the VFriends website.
Okay, yay. Oh, there's a website still for VFriends?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like it's the most tired. It's just
and he looks so serious, like, no, this is awesome. This is collectible stuff.
It's just alliteration the entire way down. Accountable ant. And they don't even work.
Amiable anchovy.
Like, at least make them have the same sound. You know what I mean? Alert
Befuddled
ape.
burglar?
That sucks.
Wait, scroll up. I like the bashful blobfish. All right, I think bashful blobfish is going to have a glow up. That frown is going to turn into a smile. Collectibles, cards,
dude,
coins.
Headstrong honey badger. Just stop it.
Log. This is for like. Who is this for? Who wrote these? There's comic books? Who wrote them? Credits: Gary Vaynerchuk, DJ Kaufman.
Dude, what do you mean? This is like the prime example for AI. Like, why would they not just put this in AI and just like?
Wait. We got to read this comic. So, anybody here ever been fired? It sucks, right? I've been fired a lot. I got fired this morning, actually. I guess I'm glad it happened early in the day. Unemployment for breakfast. I prefer a breakfast firing. I hate when they make you work right up to the last minute before they hit you with witty can you step into
he's
my
doing
office? He's
stand-up.
Witty Weasel. And I say, I'd rather not. And what the fuck? Yeesh, tough crowd. Okay, so he bombs it doing stand-up. How long is this?
Okay, we can't read this whole comic.
This is fucking bleak, man. Ugh.
Wow, they couldn't come up with a single X animal.
What does it say?
There's just no option for X.
Wow.
But they have zestful zebra, so don't fret.
They can do zealous zebra? That seems like it would make more sense.
And YOLO yak.
Dude, can you imagine being some kid straight out of college and you're so excited because you got a job working at
Be friends?
at Vaynerchuk Media and it's the height of NFTs and you're like, I'm gonna get equity in this company. I'm on a
path. I
I'm
can
on
have a career.
I'm on a rocket ship that is taking off.
I'm not going to be part of the what are they called? The permanent underclass. Because
Yeah.
I got a job at Vayner Media.
And Gary Vee's like, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to be writing these NFT comic books. And you're like, fuck, that's what I'm going to be doing? Some bullshit. I guess people are going to read it and download it and stuff. And you're just making this crap that nobody's watching.
I don't know. I'm kind of
paying
excited for the
attention
glow
to.
up though.
I am curious if there's got to be hundreds of people out there who are looking at this shit, right? Hundreds. Tops.
I would probably say more.
God damn, dude. Is there anything? I don't even want to look on Reddit. All right. That's a good place to wrap it up, I guess. Jesus Christ.
Gary Vaynerchuk, come on the show. Open invite. We want to talk to you.
All right, gang. Coming up in the bonus, I've got a traveler's diarrhea story. Shocker. I also had an RFK Jr. dream last night.
Did you coin traveler's diarrhea? We'll get into it.
We'll get into it. We're going to be talking about Hayden Panettiere died.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. And more. Coming up, benandemilshow.com. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's good to be back. Oh, and I got a story about my grandpa. He's dead, but cool story. Okay, bye.
Coming up on this week's episode of benandemilshow.com.
No, I just woke up. 7:30 a.m. Damn, my stomach hurts. Gotta go again. Diarrhea at the airport. 7:45 a.m. Check in. Sir, the flight is overbooked. You might not get on. Okay, cool. 8:30 a.m. Stand in line. Stomach hurts again. Leave the line to diarrhea again. Stressed. What do I do? A bunch of people also got bumped. We are not getting on. But wait, gotta shit again. Sweating. What do I do? Rent a car? Poop first.
He would go up and like show his belly and the guy was like, that's not necessarily him being friendly. That's more of an anxious appeasement behavior where he's just trying to
I'm not a threat.
I'm not a
Here's
threat.
my penis.
Just like, look at my penis, please.
It's pathetic. Look at it.
And as he grew to be more comfortable in his own skin and adapted to his new living situation, aka me, he likely felt, and combined with his
He's like, I'm fucking nuts, man. Look at my penis in a different way.
yeah, very good. But we survived because our ancestors, for whatever reason, be it being brave or smart or evasive or however, survived and yielded us eventually. And it's impressive because I'm like, God damn, I would have 1500s me? Get the fuck out of here.
It's probably just
1900 me.
You died of diarrhea back then.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, it wasn't that long ago. And honestly, in a lot of places in the world still,
yeah.
you'll just die from
You
diarrhea.
die of diarrhea, man.
What a treat. You just get to do it in an airport and be like, I'm going to be fine.
Honestly, yeah.
What a privilege to have diarrhea in the Lisbon airport. And just being like, I should get bottled water.